Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Banao Bharat's Trading for Living post-market live session. 1st of March, beginning of new calendar month and beginning of new expiry, the first weekly expiry for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Here is the Nifty chart. Kind of a very stable and good trending day today. Opens at the bottom at 22,047. From there on, non-stop, all the candles makes higher high and closes at 22,327 before making the high of 22,353. Significant thing to notice is the last week's high 22,297 has been taken out, but before taking out the last week's high, we are also seeing Nifty has actually taken the support at the last week's low of 21,875. It has created a low at 21,860 yesterday, and today it has just started off the new week with the new low of 22,047, and from there on it has been trying to go up. Nifty is at all-time high. So how to trade from here on? Week on week, we need to just take a calculated guess on which side the market might move, and accordingly we need to start building our positions if we have any weekly positions to build up. Based on today's price action, two important observations. One, it has taken out the last week's high in this current week, the beginning of this new settlement. But before that, what we have to also see is the last week it had also taken out the previous week's low. It had just touched and it has started coming up. So how do we play at the all-time high level? Once again, my sense is markets have become choppy. Markets are trying to pick up a direction, but each time it is failing. It creates a new high but doesn't sustain there and comes down. It creates a new low but doesn't sustain and goes up, and this time it has taken the high also. Until we clearly move out of this zone. See, for the first time it has closed above the high that it got created last week, which is one positive note. But once it touches 22,297 or 22,300 levels, it didn't have enough momentum to gain the buying strength. So we don't see much volumes at 22,300 levels. That being the case, if at all we have to play long from here on, we need to wait for one more day of positive close above 22,300. If we can get that, then probably we can think of building some option positions on the downside, on the put side, and see if we can get any resistance on the higher side. Wait for 1 or 2 more days. By Tuesday, make a decision whether to do some option writing on the calls as well. So from here on, the strategy would be, we are at all-time high, the trend is looking slightly positive, but once the breakout happened, it didn't have breakout happened at least 4 candles before, which means 4 hours before itself it did do the breakout, but after that it didn't move much in the remaining 4 hours, which means at the breakout level the buying interest was not much visible. Of course, it didn't close down the breakout level yet. If on Monday, if we see the breakout level to be taken out, then it has to close one more positive close above the last week's high, which is 22,300. So keep that in mind and play your positions accordingly. Let us see how the coming week pans out. Until then, have a nice weekend. Let us all catch up on Monday. Om Swasti.